Today I'm going to show you how to naturally accelerate your hands when you hit a chip. You know me, I'm not into tips, but this is kind of a tip today because it's important that we accelerate the club when you chip. I see so many problems with people that chip. They go to hit a shot, they take the club back too far, and then they decelerate, they come down, they decelerate, and they don't get the club, they don't hit the right shot because they're slowing the club down. They may be hitting off of somewhat of a tight lie like this, they don't get the proper angles, and they just don't control the distance of the ball. One of the things that has helped me tremendously with my chipping, by the way, I'm using Mo's wedge here. Mo gave me some of his favorite clubs. I'm just using his wedge because I thought it'd be fun to use. Look at this long grip he had on those clubs, bigger, and then very, very squared off leading edge, lots of weight into the wedge. But one of the things that was so important about chipping, and Mo talked about this a lot when chipping, is to get the hands to move through the golf ball correctly and accelerate. We want to control the height of the ball. And what happens so many times if you're here and your hands go too far and you flip and you see the club, it increases the loft, the ball goes up, doesn't stay on the face, doesn't spin, and you don't control the distance. We want to control the height of the ball. And the way you control the height of the ball is when the hands lead. And when the hands are leading, you can see the face angle stays relatively consistent through the ball here. So you can watch the face, it's not doing this, it's not increasing, it's staying pretty consistent through there. And what happens is the ball will stay on the face a little bit longer and you can control the distance. Now you start getting some feel because you're hitting the same trajectory every single time. When I watch people chip, it's not about flopping it up there and hitting these high shots. It's about controlling the trajectory, because when you control the trajectory, you control the spin. So the way I do it, and the tip I have for you today, is to put in your backswing, the feel is, for me, notice how the ball is back in my stance, my feet are slightly open, and notice how the handle is well in front of the golf ball to start with. So I already have the hands leading to start with. Now, when I take the club back, you'll notice that the handle of the club hardly gets behind the golf ball at all. Matter of fact, sometimes it won't get behind it at all. And notice, if that handle doesn't get behind the ball, it's always going to accelerate. What you don't want is the handle getting behind the ball. This is where you get into trouble, because now the club's too far. I could hit it probably 100 yards from there, and now you slow the club down. So I'm going to hit a little chip, and watch the handle. It's going to stay right there in front of the ball, and the ball comes off at a really nice trajectory and controlled trajectory. And I don't have to swing hard because it's naturally accelerating. Watch the length of this swing here. Look at the handle of the club, and then watch the ball come off. And it comes off really nicely because it's accelerating really nicely. So this is really, to me, how I spend my time chipping the golf ball. You know, this shot's, I don't know, maybe 30 yards. I got to land it, up there pretty far. I can land a little short too. But watch the trajectory of this. If I just keep the handle in a position where it doesn't go too far back. And look at that trajectory. It comes off, and it comes off a little spin as well. That's the beautiful thing about this, is I'm really controlling the height of it, the height of the ball more than anything. Now, this is a little pitching wedge. It might even be the wrong shot for this because the pin's pretty close to the edge of the green. So I don't know if you want to use a pitching wedge or a lob wedge or whatever, but I'm taking the club back the same amount, and then I'm hitting the shot. So I'm getting a distance from this particular wedge. Now, let's say I want to hit a longer shot. Let's say I want to hit one more across the green. What I don't want to do is take this same wedge and try to swing too hard with it, because now I'm taking the club back pretty far. The chances of my decelerating are pretty high. And now I can maybe hit it. How many times do you chunk the golf ball? So what I'll do is, I'm going to make the same swing. This is a 9-iron here. I'll make that same little wedge chipping stroke with a 9-iron. And now what you see is that same stroke, the ball comes off lower and longer. But again, I don't have to change my stroke. I don't have to try to hit it harder. It's the same little chipping stroke. Again, to review the mechanics of this, it's the same stroke where the handle's not going back too far, and it naturally accelerates. and I get that nice long runner. So let me review that, because I'm making that same stroke with that club as I am this wedge. Same shot, same stroke, different loft. Different shot. So same stroke, different club, same acceleration. That's gonna help you, because what I see people do too much, they take the handle back too far, decelerate. I want short, efficient movement, acceleration. If you get that handle in the correct spot relative to the ball, it naturally accelerates, just like this. Natural acceleration. Hear that nice crisp sound, spin, and the trajectory is good. That's my tip for you today on your chipping. Keep it short and accelerate. It'll help you control the ball more on those chip shots. Thanks for joining me. Click the bell icon, give me a thumbs up. See you next video.